Hey, social media. This is Tiffany Martinez. I hope you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. As for me, well, I'm still not doing well. I'm not doing okay. I'm just alive. That's about it, you know. So, if you're just now following my channel or just now finding me or whatever, I lost my husband on November 30th, 2021, and every day it hurts like hell. It's like I'm just finding out every single day that it happened. It's just like Groundhog Day. If you ever saw that movie, that's what it feels like. So I don't want to keep this video too long. So I'm just gonna get to the point, I guess. I decided to make a scrapbook of the things I've been collecting throughout the years, since Henry and I have been together, and things that meant a lot to myself and to my husband. If you know me on a personal level, then you probably already heard these stories before. We met online back in 2001, December of 2001. And this was back before, they had cell phones, but it was just different with those cell phones. It wasn't like today where you can send like an instant picture. Like, it was just different, So we actually sent our pictures, through the mail and type things. And we actually wrote letters to each other. You would think it was back in the 30s and 40s. We actually hand wrote letters, and I wrote him a letter every single day. Before I went to work, I wrote him a letter every single day. And we sent cards, and this is very hard. It's very difficult for me. So anyways, and I always just said throughout the years, I want to do something with this. I just don't know what. I want to put it in something nice. I don't want to, I want to put it in something nice. And I just didn't know what, and because, whenever I do expire someday, I want to leave it to someone and like pass it down to someone in my family or his family. But on the circumstances now, I don't think I'm going to give it to anyone in his family, so it'll probably go to someone in my family. So there's this movie called Up. It's a Disney / Pixar movie, and we both saw it, and we both related to it. If you've seen the movie, let me just show it to you. I'm pretty sure you've seen it, but if you've seen this movie before, Up, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, then you should see it. Anyways, we were that couple, and when my husband passed away, it sealed the deal, basically making us indeed that couple, except for the fact it was the male who passed away first versus the female. So, and like I said, we both enjoyed the movie. We both could see, a lot of similarities in the movie, with our marriage and things like that, and their relationship and our relationship, and, how we met and things like that, and the closeness and just everything. So, I didn't even know they had this out there available, but they did. And so I looked for it. And I didn't even, like I said, I didn't know they had it. And I actually saw it on one site. I was going to buy it, but something told me to do what I always do, which is shop around. So I did. And I ended up getting this one because the other one wasn't made it didn't seem like it was going to last. So I got this one because it's a hardcover, and the tie is not going to come apart. So I got this one. I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of what's inside. I still have pictures out here and things that I'm going to add a little later. So it's not complete, but I just want to show you a little bit of our adventure book. And it still hurts me so much because we had so much more things that we wanted to do and that we obviously can't do at this time. So, the only way I can explain it is I'm not ready for our adventure to end. I'm not ready for our marriage to be over. I mean, I'm just not ready. You know, when you finally find somebody, you know, that loves you back, like loves you back that much, and it's not about that type of intimacy. It's a different type of intimacy. You know, you have that connection, you know. Some of you guys understand that, or you understand it, and some of you don't. But I'm just going to show you some of the things that, you know, I'll be putting inside of here. Another thing I like about this book is you can move the pages around. So, you know, I just started with, you know, the younger version of us, you know, when we were kids, even though we didn't grow up together. Like I said, it's very similar to the movie Up. And a lot of these pictures, if you already know me, you've already seen these pictures before, but if you haven't, then, you know, you haven't. So, I just think it's pretty cool, you know, because, you know, we grew up on different sides of the country, but we were pretty much doing the same thing at the same time. You know, even though, you know, he was 3 years older than me, he was doing almost the same thing at the same time. Oops. I'm gonna have to fix this one. And this is one of my favorite ones right here. He was still living in California, and I was in PA at the time, and he was working as I believe a teacher's aide, and I was working in a preschool at the time. So I just think that was at the same time, actually, you know, and I just think that's, you know, pretty, you know, it's pretty neat. So I'm gonna have to fix that one. And, you know, these are some of the letters, you know, that, you know, my husband sent to me, you know, when we were, you know, still dating online, and, you know, I think they're so special because, you know, he didn't just send a card and just sign his name, you know. I mean, he took the time to write stuff, you know. And even today, you know, I say forever is a long time, and that's what I mean when I say that. Like, forever is a long time. You know, just because your spouse passes away, if you truly love them, you're like in your heart. Like, I'm not saying that you can't, you know, you can't just say, oh, okay, I'm going to get married again. But it's like, if you want to stay, you know, connected to who you were married to, that's okay too. There's no book or no law that says that you have to, you know, do what they say that you have to do, you know. And, you know, I just like his little artwork, and it just, you know. And I just look forward to these letters, like, look forward to it like crazy. You know, I was always excited to get one, you know. This one's put in on its side. And this was closer to the end of December of 2002, and it was almost time for me to come over here. I don't know if he wrote something in that up or not. No, but it was almost time for me to fly over, and I was just so excited. He was excited too. You know, and, you know, even though he would send a card and send gifts, he would still get like a scrap sheet of paper, and he would still write, like, you know, these little notes, like something that you would probably see in like high school, or, you know, grade school or something like that, and you would pass like your girlfriend or your boyfriend a note, or your friend in class, like you want to pass them a note. These are the type things my husband would do. So I thought that was very nice. And his signature, I just thought his signature was just so unique, and it never changed. It never changed, throughout the years. It was always the same. And throughout the holidays, or the holiday rather, because it was only one holiday, that we didn't spend together, and this one, he put my name above the bed, you know, and then he wrote a little note right there, which I thought was really sweet, and then he wrote some more stuff inside. But this one, he put a little sad face, But after I finally moved over here, I really didn't really care too much about the holidays anymore, because I felt like I had everything I wanted. And my husband didn't really care too much about, being online anymore, because he always told me that, he didn't really need it anymore, because he had, what he wanted. He got what he was looking for. I was like, wow. So, I'm gonna try to add some more stuff, in the blank areas, do some, just add some little, this and that. Sorry, it's not focusing, but oh, there it is. I will look forward to these like crazy. And I think it was a Valentine's Day package that he sent me, and it wasn't like a huge package. I forget the size, but it was like a priority type package that came into the post office, at this address, in Pennsylvania. And the post office is a very small post office. And the package itself, there's a letter inside of this one. Yeah, there's a letter inside of this one. I'll put that back in a second. And the post office is small, and the ladies that were in there, like, it's so small, I'm not even exaggerating, when you walk into it, you're already against the wall, where like each little mailboxes, individual ones, the ones that people they have to rent out. So you're already there, and there is no way to move around. Like, it's either you go forward or you go backwards, but those are the mailboxes. There's no way to, it's just very small. There's no corners or nothing. So I would wait in line, to, get my mail, literally get my mail. And then I will open my mailbox, 24, and then I will pull out a key, and there will be a package sometimes. And the package smelled like his cologne, because I would ask him to spray the package, with his cologne, because it smelled really good. At least to me, it smelled really good. And they were like, oh, so this, you're the one that the package belongs to. And I would be like, yes, I would smile, and I would just get so excited. This is Henry. I forget what birthday, the year it was. And this is his Tia D right here on the far right. And that was his brother on the other end, but I cut that part off. And then I was celebrating my 21st birthday at Chuck E. Cheese. I always wanted a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese as a kid, and I never did get it. So ever since I basically grew up and moved out of my parents' house, I always said that I'm going to do the things that I always wanted to do. Doesn't matter whether necessarily it was age appropriate or not. I was going to live my life the way that I wanted to live it. You know, I'm going to live in the now. I'm not going to just keep basically dreaming and not actually doing what I needed to do in life. Like, I'm not going to, you know what I mean? So I went to go have a birthday at Chuck E. Cheese, and it was really fun. And this little kid right here, this picture still makes me laugh. We didn't know who he was. He just popped up in the middle, like he was just there. He was, you know, and I offered him some pizza and after him some cake, and you know, his mom said he already had all that. We come all the time, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't want to just be rude, you know. It's still funny to me, you know, and you know, everyone thought it was kind of corny that I wanted my party there versus somewhere another 21-year-old want to go, because I'm not a drinker, you know. So, but. And then when I got with Henry was like, you know, what do you want to do, you know, for your birthday? And I really didn't know what to do, so I just picked something, you know, very simple. And he was like, you don't want to do nothing else? And I'm like, no, I just want to spend time with you, you know. And I was always tickled because his birthday was in March too, so. And now I'm very sad because, you know, all of that is gone. You know, our anniversary was in March, and I mean, these were just. I mean, Henry was really, you know, a man of his word. This is one of the letters that he wrote to me, and he said, you know, this is back in September 27, 2001. That, you know, that he was going to get his act together in regards to, you know, saving money that he could buy a house for us, you know, to live in. And all these years later, he actually did purchase a house for us to live in. And, you know, it just sucks that he's not here. You know, it just sucks that he's not here, you know. Well, that's the end of that part. And I'm going to add some more stuff to it a little bit later, you know. But, you know, I mean, I just don't understand certain things, and someday I will, but just not today, I guess. So, anyways, I'm just gonna end with that, and you guys take care.